Yes. It was not only in Nigeria. There were some countries in Europe, like in Sweden,
Yes.
where they would drive from the theater and take the fluid
Yes.
in an incubator to the lab and come back. So that was the time when this concept was still new worldwide. And in most places all over the world, when you are successful, based on your initial trials, the minute you are successful, then you get more recognition, even from that institution. Then they now create a space for you. Like in Luz, when the Minister of Health visited our center and saw what we were doing and recognized the fact that we had made a significant success in this field, they now created a space, a lab for us in the modular theater to continue with our IVF. And the better the condition is, the greater the success at that time. And I must add that the success rate for IVF at that time, globally, was about 10%, which means 1 in 100 got pregnant. We were lucky. By 1984,
Yes.
in the first couple of months, we had a pregnancy from a lady, and we were very happy and hopeful. Unfortunately, she miscarried later at the end of the first trimester.
Yes.
That is not unusual also at that time. And that was where, as Professor Osagie was saying, that people were, at that time we were having this success. Some of our colleagues were not so sure what we were doing. And they discouraged people, and they even went as far as to document a report to the Nigerian Medical Council that what we're doing, saying that we're doing a test tube baby in Nigeria, is like an advertisement, because it is not possible for us to do it in Nigeria, what is being done only in the developed countries. So after going through a process of documentation, the Medical Council now recognized the fact that what we were doing was okay, and there was no need not for it to be known to people, which was what the Guardian said, that if a doctor goes to the moon, of course, he will be celebrated. So I think that paved the way for subsequent people who now succeeded to make more press and interview and report, which at that time we became restrained from doing, having witnessed that, I would call it embarrassment. I don't know what you would call it at that time.
Yes, when people hear of IVF today, they are not aware of the challenges we had.
Yeah.
As Professor Ashiru told you, two of our colleagues in the same College of Medicine wrote to the Medical Council reporting us that we were advertising because our results were presented at a medical conference. So we had to get lawyers to go and defend us. And the Medical Council took the view that if a professional cannot present his results at a professional conference, where is he supposed to do so? And then the charge was dropped against us. So that's one of the major things we had. It was all out of professional jealousy.
When Prof was talking, Professor Ashiru was talking, he talked about the fact that the first IVF implantation ended up in a miscarriage.
Yes. Correct.
So when did you have the first success? And what was your reaction? And what was the reaction of the people who didn't think that you were doing something good?
Well,
don't answer that question. You will answer when we come back
next time.
in the next segment. Well, thank you, viewers. That's all we can take now. Now you know the history of how the first test tube baby was born in Nigeria. Join us next week for the concluding part on when we finally had our very first test tube baby in Nigeria. Well, I thank you for your time. See you again next week. And that is my factor. Goodbye.
There was also another professor who happened to be head of my department who was telling Nigerian television that we were only doing pregnancies in lizards and rabbits.